My big brother had been missing for a year. It all started when he went out of town for a job interview. He kept in touch through our family chat room on his way there, right up until he sat in the company's waiting room. "They're calling my name. Wish me luck." That was his last message. Nothing has been heard from him since. We called his number. It rang, but no one answered. We checked his social media, but there were no updates for a year. My brother, Eric, vanished into thin air. A job interview out of town didn't sound alarming. None of us, Mom, Dad, or I, bothered to ask which town or company he was heading to. We'll ask when he gets the job, we thought. It took me a year to gather the courage to go through his belongings. That's when I finally pieced together his destination, Callisto, a small town 2 hours west of our parents' house. Callisto was tiny compared to our city. After a year, the odds of finding a trace of him were slim, but I just couldn't let it go. I had to try. So I went to Callisto. The town was quaint, with barely a skyscraper in sight. As I drove around, I tried to imagine what company a civil engineering graduate like my brother might have been interviewing with. There were a few likely places, but it wasn't as if I could just walk in and ask if they remembered him. It had been a year. While driving aimlessly, I passed a zoo. It was surprisingly large for a town of this size. Then I noticed the name engraved on its curved gate. Empty Zoo. Weird, I thought. Who names a zoo empty? Something clicked in my memory. I remembered I saw something when I looked through all Eric's work stuff. I pulled out a folder where my brother kept all his documents related to the companies he'd had interviews with. There was a piece of paper, the size of a business card. One word was written in large, all capital letters on one side. Empty. I flipped the paper to check the other side. Blank. Empty. Weird. Did Eric have an interview at a zoo called Empty? Curiosity got the better of me, and I parked the car. The ticketing booth was deserted and the gate was unlocked. I wasn't trying to trespass, but something about this place called to me. The zoo was eerie. Every cage I saw housed only one kind of animal. Monkeys. Dozens of them, but no other species. "What kind of zoo has only monkeys?" I muttered under my breath. The monkeys noticed me and became agitated. They reached out, waving their hands inward as if pleading for help. Weird and creepy. Then I passed one cage and a particular monkey caught my attention. Unlike the others, this one monkey appeared to be more hysterical than the rest. It reached its hand out of the cage, but I noticed something odd. Instead of waving in like the others, this one monkey's hand was waving out, as if urging me to leave. That's when I saw it. It felt completely inappropriate, but for some reason, I felt like there was a similarity between that monkey and my lost brother, Eric. I took a closer look. The monkey had something that looked like a birthmark on its left cheek, brown, butterfly-shaped. It was huge, almost covering its entire left cheek. Weirdly enough, my brother had exactly the same birthmark, brown, butterfly-shaped, covering his left cheek. I froze. The monkey grew more frantic. Its hand kept waving outward even more vigorously than before. I backed away, my heart pounding. The creepy and eerie feeling was strong, so I immediately turned around and bolted out of the zoo. It was already dark, so I had to find a hotel to stay for the night. That night, I wrote about my experience on my personal blog. Within an hour, when I checked it back, there were 56 comments. Never in my life had I gotten 56 comments on my blog in an hour. Every single comment shared the same story. They had their family, wives, husbands, friends, colleagues, whatever, leave town to attend a job interview and then went missing. 32 of them were trying to look for their missing relatives. visiting the said town all in 32 different towns and happened to encounter a zoo with the same name, Empty. A zoo with the same weird name displaying only monkeys. And there are monkeys that, for some reason, somehow appeared to resemble their missing relatives. This is truly horrifying. I couldn't get ahead of it, so I was thinking of returning to the zoo just a few hours later to investigate further. I had a strong urge to find my missing brother. So I walked out of my hotel room, and in the dead of night, I drove back to the zoo. It was located not too far from the hotel where I stayed, just a few blocks away. In the distance, I could see a long, high wall with a glimpse of a curved gate. It was dark, so I couldn't see clearly, but I was sure it was the gate with the words Empty Zoo engraved on it. I kept driving until I passed the gate and peeked inside to see if anyone was guarding it. It was a zoo. There should be a security guard or something. If he didn't let me pass, I should at least ask him something about the zoo. I looked through the gate into the area where the zoo should be. It was empty. No zoo. Nothing. I shifted my gaze to the curved gate where Empty Zoo should have been. Blank. No text. Nothing. What the hell? I parked my car abruptly and got out. As I got closer to the gate, I saw someone standing right behind it. He appeared to be smoking. "Excuse me, sir," I called out to him. "Yeah, what can I help you with?" he responded. He looked like a security guard. "The zoo. Where's the zoo?" I asked. His brows furrowed. "What zoo?" "A zoo. I was here this afternoon, just a few hours ago. No one was guarding the ticketing booth, and the gate was open. So I took a walk inside. There were only monkeys in it, no other animals," I explained. The security guard looked stunned. "Sir, there was no zoo here. Never was," he said. I was about to complain, but something came to mind. "Maybe I took a wrong turn." "Oh, my bad. Where's the zoo then?" "Maybe I took a wrong turn," I said. "No zoo, sir. This town just celebrated its 42nd birthday last week, and we've never had a zoo in 42 years. "No way!" I shouted in shock. "But I was here just a few hours ago." "What time was it, if I may ask?" 4 p.m. "Sir, I work a double shift today. I've been here since 2 p.m. I didn't see anyone entering. Not you, not anyone." The security guard looked concerned. "I'm not sure if I should tell you this, sir," he said slowly and carefully, "but you're not the first one to ask about a zoo." No, sir. I've been working here for 4 years. We've never had a zoo here. But over those 4 years, countless people have come here asking me about a zoo. When they ask about it, it's always their second time coming. The first time was hours earlier, and they trespassed the gate because no one was guarding it. They claimed there was a zoo here with only monkeys in it. "Just like me," I said. "Yes, sir, just like you." I froze. My blood ran cold. "I don't know what happened here, sir. It's strange and creepy for me too, having experienced countless people coming, asking for exactly the same thing that was never here." The security guard paused for a while, seeming uncertain. This place belonged to a billionaire entrepreneur. He tried selling or renting this place for years. I was a security guard, and he didn't talk business with me, so I heard this weird thing from someone else. Heard what? That he actually rented this place to a zoo. And it has been 8 years now, but I repeat, never saw any zoo here. I shivered. Then something suddenly popped into my head. Does he own another location this huge in another town? I asked. I mean, he's a billionaire entrepreneur. The security guard seemed to hesitate. "As far as I'm concerned, sir, yes, he owns other locations, just as huge in other towns. I don't know how many of them, really, but we guards talk to each other." He paused, seeming somehow terrified. "Guess what he rented those locations to?" "A zoo?" I took a guess. "Yes, sir," he replied. A zoo. All of them. He rented the locations to a zoo, the same zoo company, on paper. What do you mean, on paper? I frowned. The guard glanced around nervously before leaning in. On paper, they were all rented to a zoo. In reality, the security guard turned his head around to look toward the empty lot inside the gate. They were all just like this. Empty.